Nasdaq. Okay, Nasdaq is the topic today. So Nasdaq is the topic. We're on Nasdaq right now. So Nasdaq has been pretty choppy this past days. Like it's moving okay, but it's choppy because it's way too abusive. So one thing that is going on right now is that, as we can see, it has created new key levels. New key levels which might be called psychological levels. So yeah, on the daily chart now, we can see we are in a we are not actually in a trend right now. We're in the middle of a downtrend and an uptrend. We are in the middle of we are in between those things. And what's going to happen after here? It will pick a straight trend, whether it goes down or it goes up. So now let's try to dig deeper. I'm not gonna do much analysis on the daily chart because I've made videos where I was doing the same thing. So I suggest you go check them out. So as you can see right now on the 8-hour chart, this is Nasdaq, by the way. I'm using binary tradeview.binary.com to analyze Nasdaq. So now, what if I told you to identify key levels here? Would you identify them? So the first thing that you need to look at is you need to know what do we see, what do we mean by key levels, you know? So key level, the first key level we can see on the 8-hour chart, this is our first key level, resistance, higher psychological level, or whatever you call it, sensitive level. So now the second one is this one. The second key level, higher key level is this one. These are the 2 points where when we say when the market reaches, if there are no fundamental background or news, you pretty much expect a turn or a change of direction because these are the higher psychological levels. So they have too much influence. But if there's, however, an influence of fundamentals, we might see price disrespecting technicals, breaking those levels, you know, shooting up to the sky or downward. That's where we will be talking about fundamentals. So now, as you can see right here, we have this is a nice chart here. So we can see we still have inside levels which are important. The inside ones we can, let me just use this one. We have from 13 from 133 66.99 to 132 95.90. We have our levels of, you know, I could say, yeah, resistance there where price has reached there twice, 10 there. So now we have our support level which also plays a part from 12,712. It ranges from 12,712 up to 12,617. So now we can see that inside these levels, psychological levels as we call them, we have trend there. We have a trend there. We are looking at a trend inside those levels. we are looking at a trend on the higher time frame. That's a trend there. We are having a trend there. Hope you can see it on Nasdaq. There's no special analysis you can find. This is how you analyze it with price action. So now we are having this trend here. I hope it's clear. We are having this trend right there. As you can see, we are, if you know the basics, or can I say, let me just throw the structure here. We are having a structure, it's not easy to spot it. But I'll show you what I mean. We have an uptrend structure there, which tells us there will be more. There's too much potential for a long-term buy there on the 8-hour. So the trend goes like this. Hold on, I'm trying to show it. I'm trying to highlight it. So the trend goes like this, guys. We are having, as you can see, we are having that line, which represent this line here, which represent this trend line here, and we have this one, which represent this down here. So now price came, right? Then started descending under that trend like this. Now, if you are familiar with price action, you can see that we had an impulse move here, an impulse move, correction. Now it's in a correction phase right here. If you are familiar with price action, we are in a correction phase. So what do we expect? It's impulse move, correction, and followed by a huge impulse move into that direction, in the same direction as the previous impulse move. So we are expecting it that if let me clear the chat. So if we have a break of this trend line here, the only reason, or you need to go down on the 15 minutes chart and look for a retracement or pullback that confirms this trend line, meaning that it's now a long or a buy, so that it confirms it makes it clear, it makes the signal or assumptions that you have clear, meaning that we are out of this structure here. The structure meaning the channel, the correction phase, meaning that we are ready for an impulse move. Now, once it reaches this level, which ranges between 13,366.99 to 132.95.90, this should be a TP1. Why? Because it's another level of psychological, it's another sensitive level inside this these two support and resistance, which has been respected before. So there are chances of this level being respected again, seeing it turn down. However, if it doesn't, and we see a potential of a breakout, now don't rush to, like, let's say we see a potential of a breakout, don't rush to enter here. Why? Because we might have a pullback which will hunt you. Or so what's the best way? The best way is to wait for the pullback and check out your candlesticks on the 1-hour chart and 4-hour chart. Usually, since it will be a bullish run, it's advisable to look for bullish engulfment candlesticks or all those type of things which are covered in the basics. So that's why you're going to see how that's where you're going to find positions, and you will know that from this point we are running or gunning for this level here, which is TP2. Now I hope I made things simple then. So I don't know if you guys would like to see the 4-hour chart, or I don't know, but we are just gonna check it anyway. So the analysis might erase themselves. I don't know why. It's just trading view. So we'll try to highlight them again. So, okay. So here we are on the 4-hour chart. We are still having the same thing, the same technique, same thing. You just need patience. So I feel like even if I go down to the 1-hour chart, it will be the same. So we are just waiting for, this is the overall direction. I didn't say it's tomorrow's direction or the following, the day before tomorrow's direction. I'm literally saying is the overall direction. So if you see a sell tomorrow, doesn't mean I was wrong. It's an overall direction on the higher time frame. So why? Because why do I say this? Because the time many of the many cities it will be too late. So now, but then what can you take from it? That's the question. What you can take from it is how it is, the nature of how it moves, the nature of how you analyze it, the nature of how you look at it, because there are so many ways to look at it. There are so many ways to look at it. So that's why they say you need to make it your second culture. Like when something is your second culture, it's like you are in touch with it. So it's part of your personality. You know it. So that's how you can even just look at it and know what's going to happen without even putting in the work you know, to dig for the information. You just look at it and just open your news and just see what's going to happen. So we know that major moves happen 3:30 South African time, or 4:30 p.m., 4 p.m., 3 p.m. South African time. So which is uh 4:30 minus 2 GMT. Is it till G? Yeah. Half past half past half past 4 minus 2 GMD. So now that's it for this video. This is the overall direction, by the way. Now I can go down and dig deeper for what are we going to be looking at tomorrow or something like that. But for now, I think I'm gonna stop here.